Hello, hello, it's Tash and Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to It's Saturday, your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us,
It's Saturday.
Guys, we officially have one brain cell.
No, literally, I just said your personal healthcare pod because we are sick and we need healthcare.
And our healthcare system sucks. So
I am not waiting.
pray for us.
No, literally pray for us. I feel like this sickness has been lingering since New Year's and I'm just over it.
I was feeling great New Year's. I feel like we had New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We took one day and then we were absolutely after it. We were working out. We were going to the gym together, this and that, juicing, eating healthy. And then I don't know why it was when did we go to the gym together? Friday?
Yes.
Friday. Yeah. I just started to feel stuffy again. I'm I literally just
Same.
did this 3 weeks ago. Why is this happening again?
No. And I feel like everyone's sick right now.
Everyone and their grandma is sick right now.
Yeah. So I'm COVID? Is that you?
Yeah. Well, not deja vu 5 years ago.
No, literally.
Please God, no. But we are officially 1 week into dry January. So
Oh my God. Cheers with
cheers
our
to
mocktails.
Guys, Romina made the Sleepy Girl mocktail. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
And it's so good. It's the tart cherry or whatever
Yes.
the frick it is.
So it's tart cherry juice, lime juice, and then a bubbly or whatever soda water you have. But
it's so good.
I love it because I realize I don't even really like drinking that much. I like making a drink at the end of the day. It's like a ritual.
Yeah.
If
It's
I
me with my coffee in the morning.
Yes.
I'm I don't even think I need the coffee in the morning. It's just making it, then having it, and it's warm and it's just something.
No, literally. So I've been making mocktails and I've been making a lot of teas and things. So just replace the alcoholic beverage with something else because I feel like it's the ritual and just having a drink at the end of the day is a nice little treat.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink. So.
No, this tastes insanely good. And there's really a lot of benefits to
So
the
tart cherry
stuff,
juice
right?
actually promotes melatonin. Literally the best.
Cottage cheese. I got home last night after kickboxing and I just made 2 toasts. Also, Country Harvest toast is 12 grams of 8 or 12 grams of protein per slice. It's crazy.
I'm gonna get you on something even better than that. There's this toast that they sell at Costco. It's Carbon or something like that. It's literally 9 grams of protein per slice. It's really good and it tastes just like regular toast.
Okay.
So that toast with cottage cheese and an egg, you're hitting 20 grams of protein, 25 grams.
Least.
It's crazy.
Mess so heavily with cottage cheese on toast with hot honey.
Oh, So good.
It's the best snack.
No, it's literally the best.
The best.
It's so good. So yeah, guys, get your protein in.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm about to be really strong and really shredded this year.
Yeah,
so
let's go.
Whatever, guys.
So good. I love it. And you started your marathon training.
I started my marathon training. I went for only I did one run, but I did wake up. Oh, actually, okay, not to jump so quickly into a health and well moment, but it's related.
This is literally health and wellness month.
Yeah.
So
everything's
even though we're not well.
We're so unwell.
We're unwell.
But so yeah, on Monday, back to work after 2 weeks off. My alarm was set for 5:50 a.m. because I wanted to get in my 5-kilometer run on the treadmill. And this influencer that I follow, who's based in Ottawa, her name is Kata Fernandez. She's a medical school student and big health and wellness pod, fitness. And she didn't make this method, but she talked about it recently, and I've heard about it before. It's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method.
Okay.
So your alarm goes off. And instead of pressing snooze, you turn off and you count in your head or out loud, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on 1, you just get up.
Okay.
You just non-negotiable, just get out of bed. You have those 5 seconds to just reel it all in. And it worked. I literally got up and I was tired for 5 minutes and then I was totally fine. And when you press snooze, you think you're going to feel better after, but you never do.
No, I would rather, it's actually, guys, snooze is actually so bad because it's better to actually, if you think you're not going to get up, it's better to just set your alarm later and get that little bit extra sleep rather than if you, let's say, 8 minutes, right? No, but even at let's say you set your alarm for 5:15, you don't actually need to get up until 6:30, for example. And you end up snoozing all the way to 6:30. You didn't actually sleep from 5:50 to 6:30. You just press snooze and it's disruption. So you might as well have just slept till 6:30. So that's how I think of it. I'm I'm not getting any more sleep to my benefit. I might as well get up. So
exactly.
Yeah, no, I love that. I feel also having people on your Apple Watch that are early risers really helps motivate you, because I'm up and then I see you're up and I'm all right, let's get literally this day.
Same.
Because otherwise sometimes you have people and they they're not up and you're why am I even awake? I'm literally the only one awake.
Hello, where are you guys?
Where's everyone?
No, I can always count on you on being up. So shout out to you.
Love it.
First run went really good. I'm back into physio, just doing tune-ups. I have my next run tomorrow. I'm just super motivated and excited.
Yes.
I bought thermal leggings to wear to run outside. I bought the bright straps for later night runs in case I have to run at night or really early in the morning before the sun is up. So yeah, I'm safe, I'm ready, and I'm just feeling really excited.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm loving, it's only been a week. It's funny because
I'm really loving this new lifestyle.
I love this. No, I've been just trying. I know I said this last year. I've been trying to journal more, and it's so funny because in my journal, I was I'm going to try to journal more. And that was the last entry. And then I was oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Hey, it's just me.
Hey, it's me.
It's me.
Oh my God, LOL, I'm so embarrassing. Anyway, back to me.
I'm writing in my journal. I'm really going to try to journal. But it is kind of nice to see, even last year, I remember writing and they're I'm sober and this is so great because we did dry Jan last year. So then I'm just I feel so good. And I'm man, I need to read this more when I'm being a degenerate, to just be hey, you actually love yourself when you're sober and you're not drinking every weekend. But no, I'm proud of us. It's only been a week. It also feels it's been 2 years.
It's 17 years.
It's only been 6 days.
No, I will say, even though we were a little stuffy this weekend, I felt so productive. I was up early. I was doing stuff. We have plans to have a sober girls night next weekend with some friends. We're gonna go skiing. There's
love that.
So many things.
We did our taxes.
Yeah, you're way ahead of the game. You're making us look bad over here. So I haven't even thought of that.
Oh my God, no, it's been really good. And honestly, guys, if you need some motivation, or you're just maybe you're not doing dry Jan, you don't need to do this all or nothing approach. Just cut back, try to get your 10,000 steps. Start it somewhere.
Yeah, tiny little habits and habit stack.
Yes.
Can't recommend enough. Get your steps in, drink your water, prioritize your sleep, and move your body daily, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
You tried your new mop this weekend?
Dude, yeah. So one of the things I did was a deep clean. Romina got me this sick ass mop, the one that she's talked about before on the pod. It's awesome because it separates the clean and the dirty water. So we used my new Dyson to clean the frick out of the floors, that mopped the frick out of the floors. We did the baseboard. I did the baseboard cleaning. Cleaning kind of clean.
I love it.
Over the nooks and crannies, the tops of things, just dusting everything. And it was the biggest compliment because Matt's mom came over to walk Stark, and she walked in. She's like, feels like so clean in here. Like, it feels like so different. And I'm like, I spent like 5 hours cleaning. Like, I'm so glad somebody noticed.
No, I honestly, when females will know, guys will be like, it looks the same. You're like, no, it doesn't. You can actually use that mop to like clean your cabinet doors and stuff too. Like, because I have like, everything's white in our house, like literally all the floors. So a little bit of dirt, like it shows up right away. You can literally, obviously don't wipe it on your floors, then do your cabinets, but if you just do it for your cabinets, you can literally use the mop to literally wipe everything.
I wish the mop was like a bit more fuller.
Yeah,
like I wish there was like options. I haven't looked if there are other options of other brushes, but I wish there were like just like more bristles to it. Okay, you know, like a bit more full.
I'm sure there freaking is. Like, this is like a big company. Yeah.
Anyway, it's great. You can just take it off, put it in the wash.
Yes.
Super exciting.
So fun.
I love that.
Also, guys, my Christmas tree is, I know people are like, it's time to take your Christmas tree down. No. My Christmas tree is staying until at least the end of January because it takes me so freaking long to put up. And all these decorations, like, I'm sorry, I'm just not one of those girls who puts up decorations for like 2 weeks. I just can't do it. Like, what a waste of time. It just
makes me happy. But then I will say, once it's February, I'm like, okay, no,
February,
now it has to go.
Yeah.
Probably like the last weekend of January.
Same.
I'll have to put it away.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been watching Beast Games, eh?
Yes. So we haven't still finished Squid Games 2, getting through it, the second season.
Yeah. What episode are you on?
They just finished like the little thing that they've done around. It was so funny because I was like, it's the same games last time.
I don't want to say anything.
No, you're such a good friend because you're like, you haven't watched it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you didn't tell us because they're not the same.
No.
But anyway, spoiler if you haven't watched it. But anyway, watch it. But Beast Games is like its own Squid Games, and it was crazy. Like Mr. Beast.
$100 million budget, you guys. If you like the Squid Game concept, but don't want to see like the murdering happening, highly recommend checking out Mr. Beast. He's a YouTuber. But this is actually such a big production that it's on Prime Video.
Yes.
So you watched it on Prime.
Yeah.
His budget was $100 million.
In the first freaking 5 minutes, they're like, we're just gonna give out $1 million. I'm like, that's literally.
Also, some people are stupid. Like, I would have taken the $1 million. Sorry.
The one guy who left for like $20K, I'm like, okay, you did all this work, you took time off work, you came all the way here for like $20K. And in the States, you have to remember they pay 50% tax on games winnings. Not in Canada, but in the States they do. So 20,000 is actually only 10,000. So you have to like,
a lot of people like quit their jobs to go on that show too, which is like wild to me.
Crazy. But yeah, watch it. It's actually like, it's fascinating to see, like, I don't know, people are like, yeah, you can trust this person, and like people are screwing people over and all this stuff.
Have you met like Jeremy yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But also like the self-sacrifice, like he was like, you have to like leave the show and then the whole row makes it. Those people who decided to just leave, I'm like, damn, could not be me.
Yeah.
It's like for the greater good. I'm like,
no,
it's not like people are
why
dying.
Are you there? Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. No.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm trying to go to the very end.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, have we talked about New Year's Eve? No, right? Or did we?
Oh, I guess not. No, because we filmed Monday and New Year's Eve was Tuesday.
Yeah, so we haven't even actually talked about New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's.
2025.
It was really fun.
It was really fun. Yeah. We were at a house party. I will say, I'm so happy that it's been many years since we've like gone out for New Year's, like gone out.
Oh my God, I can't even
remember last time I went out.
I've ever been out in Ottawa for New Year's Eve. Only like we used to go out in Mont Tremblant to like the hill. Like,
I definitely have. I think one year there was like this like after dark. It was kind of like not a rave, but it was like kind of a basement rave situation. Okay. That was like I believe that was in 2018 or something.
Yeah.
That was like I think the last time I went out for New Year's. But yeah, it's been a while. But anyway, house parties are the way to go because
literally
could not be bothered to go out for New Year's.
No, house parties are the best. Hannah and Carlo hosted in their beautiful home. It was like a housewarming / New Year's party. Everyone was like dressed up, looked really cute. They decorated. There was frozen grapes at midnight.
So fun. I love the grapes. I will say my favorite part of New Year's, regardless of like where it is right after Happy New Year's. You like do your New Year's kiss, or if you were single, like woo, and then you like walk around and say hi, like Happy New Year's to all your friends, and you say like really nice things to each other. I feel like to me is like the highlight of the night.
It's definitely like a very like lovey-dovey, just like kind of event. It's just like you're happy, like these are like your people that you're with, and like it's just good. And then you're like meet people that you're not with, you're FaceTiming, like your FaceTime friends in Toronto and like whoever else. We're just like miss you, love you,
that was
happy
fun.
New Year. And yeah, just good juju for everybody this year.
Okay, is it just me or is everyone eating caviar? Or is that just a me thing?
Okay, no.
Why is everyone eating caviar? Like it's with those little caviar. I feel like I'm too poor to say it.
Caviar.
Caviar. Everyone's eating them caviar.
Caviar is overrated.
No.
I'm going to say it. The best part is the little pancakes that you can
get. The caviar and the
pancakes are my favorite part.
Literally, the pancakes and the caviar. No, literally, I think I've had caviar maybe once, and I was like, okay, like it's just salty.
It's salty bubbles in your mouth, and then you're like,
"Oh, that was $200."
Yeah. I went to this one place where they would put like caviar like here, and they like dump it on you, and you're supposed to like just lick it off your own hand. I'm like, well, no, this is barbaric. But yeah, I'm not. I mean, if it's there and someone's like, hey, I brought caviar, I'll be like, wow, that's fucking cool. Like, that's so great for you. I'm happy to have some, but like I'm probably never gonna bring caviar to the party. No, it won't be my party trick. That's okay. On TikTok, I saw Niki Glaser's yes, opening monologue.
Oh my god, I watched it. I watched the whole thing on YouTube. Guys, you need to go watch it.
I need to watch it all.
It's like 10 minutes. I was literally crying. It was so freaking funny. She's so funny.
My favorite female Canadian comedian.
She's so good. She's hilarious. She was making fun of like Joker too, because it was like a musical, and like she was saying like, oh, Wicked, like my boyfriend loved him, my boyfriend's boyfriend loved it. Like she's just like, people were complaining it's a musical, and like she makes fun of like Joker 2. I don't want to botch her joke, but then she's like, Joker 2, where are you guys at? Oh, you guys aren't invited here because like they just didn't get nominated. They bombed.
Yeah, I was so excited for that, and then I heard through the grapevine that people that had seen it, that it's a musical, and Matt and I were like,
we're not going
now. Like,
I don't like musicals, and I haven't seen Wicked yet, and I feel like I don't know.
I don't hate musicals. Yeah, I just like think like Joker should not have been a musical. No, but what do I know?
Yeah, I still want to see Wicked. I just like haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
I will say though, so funny. So like I was like in a panic, just like I wanted to post something for like 2024, but I was kind of hungover and I was just like couldn't be bothered. So I like put some pictures into a folder, because sometimes it's like so impossible to like find them.
Oh my god, I was all day. I'm like, Massive, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to post my recap.
No, so I like put some pictures in a folder, and then I'm like so hungover, like posted the picture, realized I forgot like 3 of the photos I wanted to post,
and you can't add after.
And then you can't add.
You can remove, but you cannot add.
2 of the pictures were with Farzad. He didn't make my 2024.
Wait, yeah, he commented too. He's like, took all these photos, didn't make the cut.
And then I'm looking at my photos. I'm like, wait, he's not in any.
People are gonna think he got divorced.
No, literally. I was like, can you comment something? Because I feel like people
will literally think you're not together.
People are gonna be like, oh my god, she didn't post her husband. Like they got a divorce.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Don't worry, guys. You're going to do a husband appreciation post like coming up.
My husband took like 5 of those photos. So.
He is the best Instagram husband. I will say. Farzad is always down to take the photos. He takes the angles. He like does the countdowns.
And if you look bad, he won't say you look bad. He'll say switch it up.
Yeah, fair.
Switch it up.
He'll be like, oh, the lighting's not good here. I'm like, thanks, Farzad. The lighting's great, but
it's so good. It's so good.
And wait, exciting. We were talking about like countries and stuff. Like you had a big travel year, and you said you went to 7 countries this year.
I went to
last year now.
Yeah, last year. 2024, I went to 7 different countries. This was the biggest travel year I've ever had. But yeah, no, super exciting. Definitely a lot of it had to do with obviously my PhD, and I have like funds to go to like different conferences and stuff. Super lucky.
Do you have any travel plans like this year right now?
There could have been, but honestly, I'm at the point now where I'm like,
you just want to finish.
I just want to freaking finish this thing, and like going to conferences and like applying to them just takes out like a good chunk, like 3 weeks of my time. Like a week is like preparing for the conference, like doing the poster, like traveling.
You don't see that, eh?
No.
Everyone sees you posting like things and oh my god, she's so fun. It's
so much work. It's so much work. So I'm like, honestly, I'm at the point where my supervisor's like, hey, want to go to this one? I'm like, honestly, no, I just want to like wrap it up.
Yeah, that's fair. Done. Like I went to 7 countries last year.
I'm good.
Like I'm good. I'm going to explore Canada this year.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I do still want to go to like Asia. I haven't done Asia. I need to do like Japan, Thailand.
Well, maybe a grad trip.
Yeah.
That'll probably be your next big trip.
Yeah.
A grad trip.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah. Super, super fun. Also, if you want to feel old, Stormy. So Kylie Jenner's daughter, Stormy, when she was born, they made this video for her, like, to my daughter, and it was like this like beautiful made video. I think she's now I think she's like 4 or 5.
I think it was like during COVID she was born. Yeah, because like Kylie was hiding. We didn't really know she was pregnant until like
6. She's 6. Oh my god! And they just showed her the video, and she was like actually watching it, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's me!" Like, da da. And I'm like, I feel so old. Like, she birthed the child, and the child is now watching this video that she made for her. Like, wow.
And she was like 21 when she like was pregnant. That was crazy.
She already has 2 kids.
2 kids.
And people think she's pregnant with a third with Timothy Chalamet.
No.
People think that, but she was just at the Golden Globes, and she looked really skinny. So I don't think
she's pregnant. No. Also, I kind of think they're kind of cute together.
Yeah, it's.
She was like taking little pics of him. I still watching these little videos of him.
Yeah, he's funny. Like, Nikki was like, "I love your eyelashes on top of your lips," like, because he has like literally 4 things.
Yeah, he's definitely not my type. No, for sure. Like, he's just so skinny.
I just feel like she eats, like, imagine, like,
she's skinny, but she's got what's going on. Curves. Like, it looks great. Good for her. But like, what does he do with all of that?
I feel like
I'd be like,
oh my god, you're gonna break him. Like,
hold on.
Oh my god. Be a fly on the wall. Oh my god.
To literally be a fly on their wall.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, if you like saunas,
ooh,
if you like cold plunges, ooh, if you like picking things up and putting them down,
love
that. If you like red light therapy,
if you like being around people for health and wellness,
if you like me and Romina,
you better
if you're listening to this. Otherwise, thanks for the listen,
or you hate listening, we don't know.
You need to check out an event that we are hosting in collaboration with this really cool new local gym in Ottawa.
Yeah,
it is called Personalized Health Center 360.
And it's amazing. It's run by this guy named Harry, and he's actually a nutritionist. And what I love about this space is that, first of all, it's not just a gym. They do a bunch of different things, like we mentioned, like cold plunges, red light therapy. They have like reverse osmosis water. They have like a coffee station. They have like tea stations,
non-alcoholic beverages that are so yummy.
Supplements. Like, it's not just a place to go work out. You really like learn a lot about fitness and health. And so we've been working out there for pretty much a month now, I would say.
Like, since in December we started, like early December, maybe end of November. It was November. Yeah, we've been bopping around there, like checking out the vibe, and the vibe has passed the vibe check. It is a really awesome place, and we want to share it with you guys. So we're hosting a little event there. It's a little exclusive in the sense that there is a capacity limit. So we are going to release a form for you to sign up if you want to join us.
Yeah, so January 25th. So it's actually the last Saturday of Dry Jan, and we're going to be celebrating with mocktails, with workouts. So there's going to be guided workouts. If you want to just honestly come and hit up the cold plunge in the sauna, and you're like, I can't be bothered to work out, that's totally fine. $25 at the door. You can register using the link in our bio, and there's going to be like some prizes too, so you can win some big prizes.
Like, I wish I could enter to win these prizes. I can't, obviously, but maybe Matt will. No kidding. No. I'm kidding. The winners are, no, I'm just kidding, Matt and Farzad and Romina's mom. Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Yes. No, but guys, check it out if you're interested. We're gonna be, it's honestly first come first serve. Once the capacity limit's been reached, unfortunately it's gonna be sold out, but depending on how it goes, like, we're gonna be hosting these events more, so we can actually meet some of you guys and like build a community,
just like hang out. So it'll be on Saturday the 25th. It will start at 6:00 until about 9 p.m. Doesn't mean you have to come from 6 to 9. You can swing in whenever, and we'll have some guided workouts as well if people do want to work out. And I'm definitely going to work out. So.
Yeah. 6 to 9. You can literally come for like half an hour. You can stay for as long as you want. And Farzi's going to be making up some playlists. So, you know, like, the tunes are going to be good. It's going to be good vibes.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And we're going to end Dry Jan off with a bang. So
yeah, our last Saturday of Dry Jan, because then the next weekend's Romina's birthday. So
sorry, Dry Jan.
Yeah.
You know, to kick the curb.
Smell you later. So yeah.
Yeah. And part of this actually, Harry gave us some non-alcoholic drinks to try by this company called Alo. AELO. And they were actually really good, and they had like they tasted like alcohol in the sense that it kind of like had like a burning sensation when you drank it.
Real good.
Burned.
Did you try all three?
No, I only had the peach Bellini so far.
Same.
Yeah, so I feel like there's the gin and tonic, and then what's
an Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz. Yeah. So definitely.
I'm going to give Matt the gin and tonic, and I'm going to have Aperol Spritz, and we're going to cheers. It's going to be delicious.
Yeah, so there'll definitely be those at the little event that we're hosting too. So come on out.
Come on out. Okay, I want to jump into a little I'm sorry but because this has been on my mind for a while, and I'm like, I wonder if I'm the only one that thinks this way, or maybe you do too. Okay, I'm sorry but I'm always nice to AI, like just in case.
You're like, please, sorry.
Sorry. And thank you, especially. I'll be like, hey, like make me this program, like da-da-da-da, like what's this, da-da, and they send me this whole thing. I'm like, okay, thank you.
No, I'm literally like, do better. This sucks. Rephrase sucks.
They're coming
Give
for
me something better.
They're coming for you. I'm just like, just in case one day they will
my
scare me.
name is Natasha.
I live at. I'm very well versed in many things, and
thank you
just
so much.
Spare me,
no,
please.
I
just
know
spare
it's
me. Okay. I also want to talk about. I know that you love Diary of a CEO, the podcast. So I've been trying to listen to more podcasts too, on my like health and wellness journey. So when I'm on the treadmill, I was listening to him with Stephen Bartlett, who is actually a woman. I'm surprised like her name was Stephen. I'd never heard of that before, but it's kind of cute. She is a behavioral expert. And the podcast is like 2 hours long, and I actually listened to all of it. It was really cool. She's written a book about different cues about like being social and being charismatic, and how being charismatic is like actually learned. You're not just like born with riz. Like you have to like learn, and there's a bunch of things you can do. But then she like brought up this one experiment. It had to do with how you see yourself, and if you see yourself as lucky or not, and how people that if you ask someone, like, for example, like, do you consider yourself lucky?
Yeah.
Like, I know you do.
Of course, yeah.
You know, some people would be like, no, you know, just like victim mentality, like, woe is me. Like, no matter what I do, I can't catch a break, this or that. Versus the people that are like, yeah, like, I'm pretty lucky. Like, look at where I live. Like, look what I have in my life. Like, I'm super
like gratitude,
lucky.
gratefulness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Kind of like that. So there was this study done by this man named Dr. Wiseman. It was a newspaper experiment. And the two groups are separated into asking them, do you consider yourself lucky? People that said yes were in one group. People that said no were in the other group. And they were given a newspaper, and they were saying you have X amount of time to figure out like how many photographs are in this newspaper. Okay. So they give them the newspaper, and they go through and they have to count like however many there are. And the lucky people went through, and about 2 pages in, they come across a photo that says, stop counting. There's 46 pictures in the newspaper. So they would count, and they would get to that. They would shut it and be like, there's 46. Whereas the people that were unlucky,
they were just like,
were going through it so fast that they completely missed it, didn't make the time, or saw it, the cue, but didn't trust it.
Oh.
So they didn't make the timing. So it's just kind of like proving the fact that if you consider yourself lucky, you are just like more likely to just even see like opportunities that are around you.
Yes.
And I was just like, wow, that's so true.
No, honestly, I do believe in that. And like the whole manifestation thing, like good leads to more good. And also just trust. I think everything happens to me instead of everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think that that's such a fine line too.
It's like, of course this would happen to me. No, everything that happens to me is good. And like this happened to me for a reason.
It's leading me to something bigger, something better. And I feel like hopefully we all have like those moments too, where it's like something seems like it's the end of the world is happening. And you just remind yourself like it's happening because of this.
Yeah.
And then later on, usually you're like, oh wait, yeah, that's why that happened. Like now I see it, and now I didn't understand in that moment, but I'm so grateful that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I thought it was
I
really
love
cool.
that. Oh, I love like I'm listening to, especially in the morning.
She's a really good speaker.
Yeah, I love listening to good speakers and like that bring like science and bring facts, and then just something that you can take away that's like motivational in the mornings. You're like, I got this. Like I'm gonna go freaking crush my day now. Like,
I will say too, though, like now I'm really listening to this podcast and there's this other girl on and the topic is so interesting. It's like sports and exercise, but like focusing on women, because a lot of research is done like on men, but like women, like depending on your menstrual cycle and what phase you're in, like different things like vary for you when you're like training and everything.
Yes.
But her delivery, like she needs to listen to this Steven girl because her voice is so boring and she's just talking like this the whole time. So I can't even get into it. I'm like, man, this content is like so interesting, but the delivery is so
and it's
bad
so important
that I can't. I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. Like, I'm going to listen to the Giggly Squad now.
No,
I need,
literally,
like, some pep in your step.
No, the delivery of information, that's like a lot of scientists struggle. They have like such important information, but the way that they're saying it is so dry that you're like, you've already lost me.
Yeah, like or this like girl needs to go see Steven and like take some
100%. Actually, speaking of like women's health and stuff, I was listening, I forget which podcast it was, but they were talking to the women's health expert, and they were saying like, what's kind of the least discussed topic in women's health. And she talked about this thing that I actually had never heard about. It's called premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is actually considered a mood disorder. So it's like,
it's like not PMS,
but it's like really, really heightened PMS. So not everyone has it, but it's called PMDD, and essentially it's a mood disorder that's in your luteal phase. That's like right after ovulation, but before your period, where there's like a huge shift in your mood. But it's not just like I'm PMSing, like I'm in a bad mood. It's like it can lead to like depressive thoughts and like a lot of anxiety, and people don't know about this because it's like, oh, you're PMSing. Yeah. And they kind of just like, but no, if you're having like severe depression during that time, it could be that you have this thing called PMDD. So you should go get checked out, but no one's talking about it and it's not really discussed. And a lot of the time too, like a lot of these mental health disorders are so different in females and males. And a lot of the studies, especially like historic studies, have been done in male populations. And so now we're just realizing like, oh my God, there's so many sex differences that we didn't account for. Yeah. And we're like, all these symptoms in the DMS or however we're like diagnosing are like male or like symptoms. So we're not actually diagnosing people properly. No. So like this is something that's probably like just been discovered like in the past. Well,
women only became doctors in like the last like 50 years. Dude. Like literally we couldn't have a credit card until 1969.
I was watching Mad Men, like we were rewatching Mad Men, and she's literally at the point where she wants to divorce her husband.
She can't.
And they were like, in the state of New York, like if you want to have a divorce, you have to prove in the court that like he was like adultery, and he gets the kids and you get nothing, like you get no assets. Perfect. So you can leave, but like you get nothing.
You're alone and he cheated on you and your kids are with him.
No, like, literally, it's crazy.
Yeah, they made it really tough for us.
That was only like, it's like in 1970. Like it's actually kind of crazy.
It's not that long ago.
No.
I also feel like it's just more recent too that we've like discovered how our different phases of like the menstrual cycle are and how important each phase is.
And like you need different foods for different phases.
Yeah, and different exercises. Yes. Like you shouldn't be like lifting heavy like all the time, or you shouldn't be like doing like a bunch of cardio all the time. Like you have to really listen to your body, and like you're literally like you're bleeding out.
No, it's literally I have this app that I just started. Pfizer got me onto it. It's called Health Fit. It's free and it links to your Apple Watch and it pulls data that you've ever had on your Apple Watch. Okay. And I just got it and it literally shows the coolest stats. Like it just shows like if you're working out too much, like it's like actually you need to rest right now. Like you're
dude, that's like my ring.
Yeah, it like shows so many different things. Like it shows like okay, last year like this is how many total hours you spent walking, or like it just like shows a lot of like cool stats for like the whole year. Mm-hmm. And it shows like based on what you've been doing the past few years, you're either above or below your average and things like that.
So we've had our watch for a couple of years now, like
no, literally since like 2020.
So yeah, I think I had it like before COVID.
Yeah,
even.
So like 5 years of data on this thing. So yeah, it's completely free. There's like add-ons obviously that you can pay for, but the main core of it, it's called Health Fit. It's completely free and it's really cool. It like pulls from everything, and every time you do a workout, it like links. You don't need to like do anything.
I'm like obviously not a scientist by any means, but when I now would have my Oura ring and I like pull up all the like, do you say data or data first?
Data.
Okay, me too.
Data.
All the data. When I pull up all the data like from my sleeps or just fun. Like now that I'm like using it more for workouts and stuff, I'm like I don't even know what a lot of this stuff means. And I'm like looking, I'm like, this is like really
it's literally
cool.
my job.
Like,
I'm like looking at
so
it's
cool.
so fun. Data visualization is like one of the main parts of my job that I really like, because you have all these numbers and then you graph it and you're like, wait, this looks so
I love
cool.
A good
like
graph.
so cool.
Graphs are really cool.
I love graphs.
I love those. This was written on here so long ago, but can we, for a second, we both experienced like within a week of each other ketchup with pickle juice, and it's so good.
It's so good. So you can either buy like there's like Heinz dill pickle like ketchup, and they just like add pickle juice, or you just added pickle juice to it. So
like we had it at Burt's, like they make it in house. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, And then, a week later, I saw like Heinz is actually doing it as well.
It's so good, especially with fries.
It's the best with fries.
It's so good.
I think too, it's like, I feel like, I don't love vinegar on fries. I feel like it's weird, but I feel like this is kind of like a happy medium, like a middle ground that I'm like giving an olive branch to like my vinegar loving friends. Cause I'm like, you know what? I can kind of fuck with this a little bit, but like not entirely.
100%.
So maybe the like sweetness of the ketchup.
Yeah, I'm not a vinegar on fries girl either. No, can't do it.
No,
it's too much. It's too harsh.
It's a red flag.
No,
I use it for like cleaning. Like, why am I gonna eat something that I used to clean my house? Like, ew.
No. Oh my God. Okay, I need to talk. You need to get on Love Island Australia, because I need someone to talk to about it, and it's so good. It's
more people have brought it up that I need to watch it.
It's so juicy, and also Love Island
new season.
The newest season, it's like on Hayu.
Is it like done?
Or Hulu or whatever. It's completely done.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's not like 100 episodes. I think there's like 30.
Okay,
so it's like
hours.
doable.
It's a full work week. Whatever, that's fine.
Like I'm like, it's so good, and I need to talk to you about it.
Honestly, for my long runs, if I'm on the treadmill, it could be good.
It's I'm not going to say much more, but I hated on all the other Love Islands other than UK, but this recent one of Australia,
it's crossing over to everything.
Yeah, it's good. And also Love Island All Stars is coming back soon. So
I want Love Island Games to come back.
Yes, that was so good.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like All Stars, right?
Yes.
But just like there was more games, obviously.
Yeah. Also, it's fun. And like the games ones are fun because you already know the people. Because I feel like it gets like, you have to watch so many episodes to get invested in the characters or like the people. True. They're not characters, but they're characters in the show. And you're like, oh, I'm just like, I can't be bothered, you know?
Yeah, it's very, very true.
But with that, we can really get into it.
I'm loving Southern Charm.
Same.
But how depressing was the most recent episode when little Craig is freezing his sperm for Paige. Meanwhile, she's going to break his little heart.
I know.
Shockingly.
I know, and it kind of annoyed me though, because she went on her podcast and said such great things about him, and then he goes and says, I was shocked. It's kind of like, okay, I get it, like he probably was shocked, but it's like, say nice things about her. He didn't say anything. He was just like, life goes on. I feel like he's just trying to get like pity, but I'm like, all right. Like, just like, I don't know. I wish we knew more about what happened, obviously. Who knows? Maybe she just like was like, peace, and just like
now, like the more like after him saying that, and I don't know if you listened to the recent Giggly Squad as well, like I kind of feel like, yeah, she definitely was just like, bye. Like,
do you think there's a possibility that she got asked to be on like Real Housewives of like New York and like signed a contract for the next, I don't know how it works, but
I feel like if she goes on Real Houses of New York, like that's gonna make her not happy. That's gonna make her like stressed and anxious. Like I know she talked about it before, but like I hope she doesn't do that. She's also not that rich. Like is she rich enough to be like she would literally be like the poor kid in the group.
yeah.
I don't know
either. It's just sad. I wish we knew more. I feel like we'll definitely learn more.
Yeah.
I feel like one of these guys, like at the reunion, they'll bring it up or something.
At
the Southern Charm reunion. I feel like Austin or one of these guys are just going to be like, well, Paige dumped you. And like, I don't know, we'll get some more info.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some juicy reunion stuff. And like, I feel like we're going to notice things in Summer House when it comes out now too.
100%.
Also, what's it called? Southern Hospitality.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm really liking that. I can't wait to see us in the background.
I know. Guys, it's cool that we met them. I feel so much closer to the show.
I wish I had watched the show before, because
I thought that way when I met Mauricio. Like I didn't watch it yet, and then I was like, oh my God. Like now I'm like, if I could go back and like be Mauricio, I'll be like, oh my God. Like
I know.
But at the time I was like, who's this guy? Okay, sick. Like
I had a full blown combo with Maddie. Yeah. Like her like telling me how like she hopes to like get married one day and this and that. I'm like, okay, like cool.
No,
like,
literally.
I'm like, I remember being like, I feel like that girl was really drunk, only to find out she's like sober.
She's
so like
literally
definitely,
sober.
she was just kind of weird, I guess.
Yeah, no, and Joe
So
was there,
small.
and like, yeah,
and they were
Grace
making out.
and like everybody. Just it's just so funny. But also, yeah, definitely watch Southern Hospitality. What's the girl's name? No, not Maddie. The one that's like getting super ripped now, and like people don't really like her.
Yeah,
I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Will and something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Will,
that girl, she was getting like super
Lots
ripped.
of drama is about to come out of that.
Yeah,
I think he's a big cheater.
Yes,
I
feel like he's a scumbag. He's
just-
also not good looking.
He's not good. I was about to say he's not good looking at all.
He's gross.
He looks like a child. First of all,
yeah, he looks like a baby,
like a little wiener.
Yeah,
yeah. And she like got really fit.
She got super
She's
fit.
kind of annoying.
She is.
Yeah.
I feel like she'd be an annoying person that got fit. Like she'd be like talking about it nonstop.
Yeah. No, it's her whole personality.
Like, you're doing 3 workouts a day. Okay, that's a little unhealthy.
Like, don't you work?
And then Mia was like trying to be a pageant queen. She's like, yeah, I only ate like 3. Like no. I missed Housewives because there was like a break this week, obviously, but I'm like, I'm ready for it to be back.
I was so bored without all my shows.
You know,
like I was like, oh my god.
No, well, that's why I started Love Island.
Yeah,
I was like,
truly.
I need something. Like, what am I supposed to watch? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm loving Salt Lake City. That's been on for a minute though. I feel like that is like my favorite Real Housewives right now.
Me too.
Beverly Hills is good still. Dorit's hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like Southern Hospitality is about to pop off. I feel like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's about to be like kind
and
of
because
a new VPR.
Yeah, well, VPR is pretty much getting rebooted.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Valley. Did you ever watch the Valley?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Oh my god, it was so good.
No, I watch everything now.
I forgot to mention this. I was so bored and missed reality so much. I started like old Vanderpump episodes. Like I crushed season 2. Like I'm on season 3, and I'm like, oh my god, this was crazy. Like, TV will never be like that ever again because everyone would be fired.
I forget where I was coming back from, but I watched like I was like, I need to watch reality TV because there was like no reality TV where I was, and they only had Vanderpump, and I just watched like season 7, and
I think you're on the plane.
Yeah, I was on the plane, and then I watched the entire season 7, and then I was like, oh my god, like I actually miss this show so much in its prime. Season 7 is when they're all there too, like Jax and Brittany and Lala and everyone.
So yeah, Brittany and Lala aren't even on the radar yet. This is like Baby James dating Kristen, who like was making stories recently, like just he posted a story of him and his dog. I'm like, okay, so what'd you do?
Are we going to talk about it? Are we going to talk about it?
Who paid your $20,000 bail?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how he's going to recover from that. But then again, Chris Brown recovered. So this is a man's world, honey.
The thing is, so much is happening with that cast that I'm like, should we get them back on the mic? Or like, what's going on here? Like, oh my God.
Should they repump that?
No, 100%.
I don't know.
But also, what are we going to do when Andy Cohen retires? Like, what happens with Bravo?
Do you think he ever will? I feel like he's like...
At some point, he's going to have to.
So he's been around for what, like 15 years?
How old is he? I'm
going to Google it. What would you guess how old is Andy Cohen?
I would say in his like...
I'm going to say he's 52.
I think he's older than that. I want to say he's 56.
Oh my God, he's 56.
No way.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So like...
He looks great.
He looks really good. But I'm like... how much more is he like? He's
oh my god!
Like
I feel like I've never seen him like brunette. I only know him with his like white.
I've been watching old Housewives like Atlanta, and he was such a baby in those. And he was also kind of scared. Like I feel like now he cuts people off, and like he's savage now. But in the beginning, he was like getting eaten up by the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like those girls are like talking over him. At one point, they stand up and they get into like a physical altercation at the reunion, and they like Portia freaking hits one of the girls, and like it's a whole thing.
Other question: what do you think his annual salary is?
Better be over $1 million. Like,
yes, it is.
Okay. I feel like it's like it has to be like 10 million.
Okay, where are you 15? On fire?
10 million?
10 million.
No way.
Did you already know this?
I swear to God, I did not know this.
Creeping Andy Cohen.
I'm like, Oh, that's crazy. 10 million.
And yeah, I mean, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
But also he does, think of how many shows he has to watch.
He really does his homework.
But also, we're watching all those shows.
Yeah, what a great job. I also feel like people would be like, I could do that. But you get up there, like, no, you cannot. You can not put it on like Andy Cohen can.
And also you have to be able to like read the room and like change the direction of like the conversation. Yeah. Like
I
really
wish we
quickly.
had like what happens. Like I wish I knew like when it was coming out, like who was on it. Like I feel like we've missed so many nuggets of things from not watching what happened. Watch what happens live.
I know. Ugh. It's like, yeah, cable TV. We don't have that shit.
Don't have it.
Don't have it. What else? What else is happening? What else are we watching? Yellowstone is back.
What season
and
is
it's
that?
it's all Yellowstone is back and it's done.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
So
like it's the last season?
It's like the whole show is wrapped up now. So I think this was the 5th season. So they were halfway through the 5th season. Then the writer's strike happened.
Oh, yes.
And so they took a break. And then Kevin Costner, who's like the main person of the show, they couldn't get him to like resign. Like he wanted more money essentially. And they couldn't give him what he was asking for. And so he decided to leave the show. But he's the main character of the show. Okay. So then they had to rewrite the show and pretty much kill him off, and they had to like go with a different direction for the show, and they wrapped it up really nicely with
watched it all. It's done.
I watched it all. It was like wrote in the notes so long ago, but it's completely done now. There's so many spinoffs that are coming from the show, and actually
Bluestone, Greenstone.
There's so many different like spinoffs of like people in like Texas, like different ranches and all this stuff. And actually in the last few episodes of Yellowstone, Bella Hadid was in it.
Oh,
yeah.
She acts?
She was just like, she was like barely, like, she was in it. Like, she said, I think like 3 lines, but mainly because she's like really good on a horse and like she's dating this like really famous cowboy. He's like a legit cowboy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he like wins like medals and stuff and like travels around the world and like does like, I don't know what it's called, but like cowboying stuff. And yeah, she was like on the show. I guess her husband or boyfriend, or not husband, her boyfriend like knows some of the people that are from the show, because all the people from Yellowstone are actually like they're like they actually like they know what they're doing. Yeah, they're not like
herd cattle, they milk cows.
Literally though, like they're all
chickens.
Yeah. So anyway, so I guess like they knew of each other and like got Bella Hadid a role on the show, and it's just so funny because I'm like, that's Bella Hadid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Severance. That's like coming out very soon. Finally. Like in a couple weeks.
I feel like we've been waiting for like 5 years for this.
Yeah, I think they came out like during COVID. I feel I need to like almost rewatch it again.
I know. We'll watch like a recap. Yeah.
Watch a recap. Yeah. 100%. But I'm super, super excited for it. Can't say it enough, guys. If you haven't watched Severance, go watch it.
Severance, Silo. There's a lot of good TV. Thank God when the weather gets cold, like TV comes out, because otherwise I feel like summer people aren't watching TV as much, but when it's cold, like I'm watching
when it's
TV.
dark at 4:00, I'm like, well, better put on my PJs and make some tea.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. I feel like
I'm
tired.
I'm so stuffy. Like getting through this episode
when you're sick, why is it? I gotta look into this. When you're sick, like in the morning you feel like shit, and then you're like decent throughout the day, but then once it starts to get dark again, you're like, I'm starting to feel like more congested. Like I breathed fine during the day, and now that I'm going to bed, I can't breathe. Like what the hell?
No, it's literally when I get into bed, I'm like, why can I actually not breathe right now?
No, I've been sleeping like propped up like the beginning of the night. Like Matt's been going to bed late with me. I've been passing out so early, and I've been like propping my pillows up so I can like sleep properly.
No, the other night I'm like, it's like we just ate dinner. I'm like, all right. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, going to get ready for bed. He's like, it's 7:30. I'm like,
you heard me?
No, but literally,
I know what I said.
Get bed. Get in that bed.
Get in the bed.
Okay, guys. Well, look out for more info about the event. But yes, the registration link is going to be in the bio. First come, first serve. Register. $25 at the door. It's going to be amazing. So many different health and wellness things.
Yeah. Prizes. Hanging out.
You can learn a lot. Like Harry's going to be there. He's a dietitian. You can ask him questions. Like it's going to be amazing. So sign up. Just come.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.